You guys know things that you've grown up hearing about all your life that are popular, like movies or books, TV shows, music, whatever, and you feel like you've experienced it because you've heard so much about it and you have this idea of what it is in your mind. Things like, for me, for example, The Matrix. I just watched the trilogy the other day, and going into it, I was like, oh yeah, Keanu Reeves, he's like some like super, not criminal, but this, superhero, the whoa thing. But now after experiencing it and watching it for myself, it's like, oh, I get it now. That's the same exact way I felt about reading this book. It was just, I had this idea of what I thought it was about and going into it, and after I read it and experienced it, I just have a totally different mindset from it, and now I understand what all the hype is about. Hi guys, it's your girl Savvy C. Welcome to another episode of Cover to Cover, a weekly video series where we talk about all things books. And today I'm talking about Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye. I got this book a minute ago in December of 2018. My roommate and I, Christina, shout out to her, we went to the Heart of Texas Event Center, Expo Center, Exacto Center, I'm not sure the name, and they were having like a book sale of all the local libraries. And the day we went, we were given like these brown paper bags, and you could fill it up with however many books you wanted as long as it fit in the bag, and then you just paid per bag. So for like under $50, we got $100 worth of books. So it was a great steal. Or The Bluest Eye is about the origins and the manifestations of colorism and learned self-hatred in Black communities in the United States. And it takes place in Lorain, Ohio, which is Morrison's real childhood home. And we were introduced to a myriad of characters, but we're focused on an 11-year-old dark-skinned girl named Pecola Breedlove, and her dire wish is to have blue eyes, and she wants blue eyes so she can be pretty. This book is an easy 5-star, just masterpiece of real, just literary artwork, because Morrison, in just over 200 pages, introduces us to just the intricacies and as well as the ironies of colorism and how that just plays out and how people live their lives in reaction to it. It starts in autumn, it goes all the way to summer, and each season is a different just section of the book, different part of the book where we learn more about the characters. I really liked how, with the uniqueness of having the seasons of the sections, the chapters aren't typically numbered, so the chapters are more like pieces to a puzzle. That's how I thought of it in my mind, of just after I read it and thought about it and looked back at it retrospectively, I noticed how each chapter really put it all together to make sense. I'd really recommend this book to anyone, Black or not, who has felt ugly or just undesirable because of the color of your skin. You really can feel seen and understood and just have a new level of empathy for just, one, why things are the way they are, and two, how you can rework that frame of thinking and rework your mindset so that in the future, for future generations to come, when you have kids or your people you see younger than you can change their thinking for the better. Feeling ugly as a young girl is a theme in this book, and it's something that really unexpectedly hit me and brought up some old feelings that I had, because growing up I was really blessed and thankful to have a family that, read me Happy to Be Nappy books and got me black dolls and showed me and exposed me to Black art and culture and people who look like me. But deep down though, especially when it came to school or like sports or Girl Scouts or whatever activities I did outside of the home, it was just subconsciously in me, knowing that like I wasn't ugly, I didn't feel ugly, but I wasn't desired. I was friend to the popular pretty girls. When guys would come and talk to me, it was just to, have me be like a messenger, like their wingman or whatever, to help them talk to pretty girls. And I honestly didn't feel externally pretty until, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but my sophomore year of college. That's when I really was just like, hold up, I gotta be cute. And I really hate that it took 19, 20 years for me to realize that, but it's just this the reality of this country and of the messaging and the social conditioning that is really deeply embedded in this country. And that brings me to today's question. So for checking questions, for those who aren't as familiar, I'm just doing something that I just want to hear back from you guys more, keep the conversation going. And the checking questions are going to be rooted in the theme of this book, but you can answer it if you have or have not read the book. And this week's question is, name something that you physically wanted to change about yourself to become seemingly more attractive, if at all, and why. As always, I will put my answer in the video's caption, and if you're comfortable and willing to share, I'd love to hear your response to that. Thank you guys for watching. That's all I got for you today. As always, sending love to wherever you are in the world. See you next Wednesday. Bye.